My name's Nick Turk. I'm the Deputy Head Rhino Keeper at Port Lympne. Well, we look after the rhinos here, the black rhinos and the giraffe, incidentally. Obviously their their welfare, feeding them, cleaning them, making them happy, and trying to breed them, hopefully. And then effectively then maybe sending them back to the wild, which is the ultimate goal. We do very well with the breeding here, and we've actually sent 5 back to Africa, some to South Africa and some to the wild in Tanzania. I do have some favourites. Vuyu, a female called Vuyu, is probably my favourite, but also Etna's fairly high up the list as well. Well, they do know us quite well. It can be quite quickly, actually. They are quite sort of friendly animals almost. They do take to people quite quickly. A lot of people, you could come up to them and start, as long as you're nice and careful, sort of scratching them and things like that. But they do respond to your voices and things like that, so they do get to know you. It doesn't take that long, actually. We've got Etna here. She's 18 years old. And we've got Grumetti, who's her calf, obviously, who's coming up for 2. They are fairly endangered. There's around 3,600 and a bit left in the wild. In 1970 there was around 70,000, I think, and that was reduced down to 2,500 within 20 years. So, so from 1990 they've risen by 1,000 to 3,600. So there is improvement there, but it's still in a fairly delicate situation. It's important to save these animals as any other animal. They were here before us. They're a great animal. They're a great looking animal. They're important for the ecosystem, like most animals are. It's just important because they're here, and we should save them. We start work at around 8 o'clock. We'll make up the feeds, the breakfast, if you like, of carrots, celery, a few apples, bananas, and then do the feed round, check all the animals. In the summertime we leave them out in the paddocks overnight, so we'll just feed them out in the paddocks. If it's winter time, then we have to take the animals out of their houses and put them out into the paddocks. And then when we've done that, in the winter we'll clean out the bedrooms, the stalls that they live in, and that can take up most of the day when we've got the amount of animals that we've got. And then later on give them another feed as well, and then shut them away at night. During the summer we'll be giving them food throughout the day, making sure they're okay. And if we're not doing that, we're doing other odd jobs like cleaning the paddocks or possibly even introducing animals for breeding, things like that. Well, their natural food, if you like, is browse, leaves and twigs. They love that, obviously. But then they love their lucerne, which is a type of hay. And then for a treat or for that sort of purpose, bread. They love bread, which we can use as bribery if we need to get them out in the winter if it's nice. Yeah, I would say that it is a wildlife park as such. I mean, as part. I can't remember zoo. I mean, zoo is just a word, but I mean, a park gives you the impression of space, and that's obviously what they've got here. And Mr. Aspinall started it up with conservation in mind. You know, having lots of endangered species, but a lot of them, like a lot of gorillas, a lot of rhinos, rather than just having like a postage stamp 2x2 sort of collection. It was a lot of animals of one sort of species, which is quite important when you're trying to breed them as well.